Hey, super learners, coming at you with another different version of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I know some of you will be familiar with the pictures in this story. And this story is actually Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs, because why not with dinosaurs? And it is retold. Remember earlier this week, we talked about Goldilocks and the Three Bears because it's been passed down for generation and generation by word of mouth. It's been told a lot of different ways. So it's being retold yet again without bears, but with dinosaurs. And it is retold and illustrated by Mo Willems. He is a fantastic author and illustrator. This is the same guy that does the pigeon books, and I think Frog and Elephant as well. But like, don't let the pigeon drive the bus, or the pigeon doesn't want to go to school, or the pigeon needs a bath. So two things I want you to be on the lookout for in this story is one, some similarities, so things that are same and things that are different from an original version. But the other thing I want you to be on the lookout for is kind of like a treasure hunt. Pigeon is in this book a couple of different times. So be on the lookout, use your good looking eyes to see if you can find pigeon in here somewhere. So here we go, Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs by Mo Willems. Once upon a time, there were three dinosaurs: Papa Dinosaur, Mama Dinosaur, and some other dinosaur who happened to be visiting from Norway. Home sweet dinosaur home. Norway is a different country, way across the ocean. One day, for no particular reason, the three dinosaurs made up their beds, positioned, moved their chairs just so, and cooked 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding at varying temperatures. And if you look over here, we have PD. Who do you think that bowl is for? Papa Dinosaur. And we have MD, Mama Dinosaur. And then DFN, dinosaur from Norway. Oh, and it looks like there's a to-do list over here. Pudding, chairs, beds, eat. Interesting. Oh boy, said Papa Bear. That's not a bear, Missy. That's a dinosaur, said Papa Dinosaur in his loud, booming voice. It is finally time to leave and go to the, someplace else. Yes, continued Mama Dinosaur. I sure hope no innocent little succulent child happens by our unlocked home while we are someplace else. Is it just me, or is something really weird going on? I wonder. Let's find out. They're acting really strange. Then the other dinosaur made a loud noise that sounded like a big evil laugh, but that was probably just a polite Norwegian expression. Har, 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 horks. The three dinosaurs went someplace else and were definitely not hiding in the woods waiting for an unsuspecting kid to come by. course not. No. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, a poorly supervised little girl named Goldilocks came traipsing along. She's like kind of frolicking, like skipping, kind of minding her own business, not really using her good looking eyes, especially on signs that say 0.2 miles to trap is crossed out and says very nice house. Just then, the forest boomed with what could have been a dinosaur yelling, "Gotcha!" But I'm pretty sure it was just the wind. The loud noise was immediately followed by another loud noise that sounded kind of like, "Be patient, Papa Dinosaur. The trap is not yet sprung." But that could have been a rock falling or a squirrel. No dinosaurs. No, that would be silly. Either way, Goldilocks was not the type of little girl who listened to anyone or anything. Hmm. For example, Goldilocks never listened to warnings about the dangers of barging into strange, enormous houses. When you barge in, you just like, "This is my house now." Wow. What do you think enormous means? Well, look at the front door and look at Goldilocks. What do you think enormous means? Big, gigantic, huge. Big, big, big. So as soon as Goldilocks came across a strange, enormous house, she barged right in. And it says, "Welcome." Inside, Goldilocks immediately smelled the 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding. Mmm, said Goldilocks. "That chocolate pudding smells delicious. If only I could get all the way up to the top of that counter." Then Goldilocks noticed a very tall ladder that just happened to be there and certainly wasn't left on purpose. Goldilocks climbed up the ladder and found herself face to face with 3 gigantic bowls of chocolate pudding. Yum. The first bowl of chocolate pudding was too hot. But Goldilocks ate it all anyway because, hey, it's chocolate pudding. Am I right? That sounds like a certain penguin that I know. The second bowl of chocolate pudding was too cold. But who cares about temperature when you've got a big bowl of chocolate pudding? Not her. She's like, "I'm going to do me. I'm going to eat my pudding." The third bowl of chocolate pudding was just right. But Goldilocks was on such a roll by now, she hardly noticed. soon, Goldilocks was stuffed like one of those delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons, which, by the way, are totally not the favorite thing in the whole world for hungry dinosaurs. Just coincidence. Tired. Oh, and groggy. I mean, she ate so much, she just can't stay awake. Goldilocks noticed 3 chairs in the living room. So she climbed down the ladder and walked out of the kitchen. Ooh, we're going to pause for a second. I want to see if anybody's noticed anything. Let me go back and make sure. Okay, no, not on those. All right. Are you ready for this? Look very closely. I'm giving you a clue. That pigeon is on this page somewhere. Excuse me. Do you see pigeon anywhere? Maybe in a jar of cookies? The first chair was too tall. The second chair was too tall. But the third chair, what do you think is going to happen with the third chair? Was too tall. Goldilocks wasn't going to climb that high just to sit in some chair, so she hiked over to the bedroom. When she got there, Goldilocks noticed that the beds were also gigantically big. What is going on around here? Groaned the exhausted girl. The bears that live here must be nuts. Dinosaurs. Whoa. All right. Let's see. Just then, the room filled with a loud, booming noise that was either a passing truck or a dinosaur gloating. A few more minutes and she'll be asleep. Delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons are yummier when they're rested. Even a little girl who never listens to anyone or anything had to hear that, right? Like, she's got to be listening at this point, right? Please tell me. Oh, man. Goldilocks took a minute to stop and think, which was longer than she was used to stopping and thinking. Hey, she told herself, this isn't some bear's house. This is some dinosaur's house. Home, sweet dinosaur home. Say what you like about Goldilocks, but she was no fool. As quickly as she could, she ran to the back door and got out of there. And it says, wipe your talons, as the top parts of them. Kind of like dinosaur fingers, like the claw parts. So she got out. Just then, a loud plane flew by, which sounded pretty much like a trio of dinosaurs yelling, "Now!" or "Charge!" or the Norwegian expression for chewy bonbon time. Suddenly, and completely coincidentally, the 3 dinosaurs rushed through the front door. Pigeon is on this page. But they were too late. You see pigeon anywhere? Right there, in the picture. Goldilocks was gone, and all that was left in the house were the 3 disappointed dinosaurs. And the moral, ooh, we learned about this word. Moral means the lesson that was learned. The moral is if you ever find yourself in the wrong story, leave. Who was she supposed to be in the story with? The 3 bears. So that's what her moral of the story was. If you find yourself in the wrong story, just leave. The same thing kind of goes for us. If you find yourself in a situation that you know you're not supposed to be in, make a good choice. Skedaddle. And the moral for dinosaurs is lock the back door. Why is that their lesson of the story? Lock the back door. Oh, so if they would have locked the back door, they would have had deliciously chocolate pudding filled chewy girl bonbons. Yep. The end. That was, again, Goldilocks and the 3 dinosaurs. I hope you enjoyed this funny little story, and I will see you guys later. Okay? Toodles.